Hello, my bomb blowers and module masters, and today I am here with another Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes modded module tutorial, and today I am here with the module Rain Hell. Rain Hell is known for its difficulty, and the fact that it is an insult to colorblind people, apparently. I will show you today that the module is not that bad. It's a bit long, but in reality, it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's go ahead and get started. This module does not require any edge work, so as soon as we get our bomb, we can go ahead and get started. So, this is Rain Hell, and as you could hear by the very quiet only connect theme, I have my sound effects lowered. This is because whenever you press the Start Rainfall button, the module will play a song from the Geometry Dash level, Rain Hell, and that song may drown out my voice if I leave the sound effects too high. So here's Rain Hell. You've got a red stormy background, you've got 25 water droplets, and a Start Rainfall button. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we start Rainfall. So as you saw, the raindrops started flashing different shades of blue, and those different shades of blue can be seen from the snippet of the manual. Some of them flashed red from time to time, and then every so often they all flashed white. So what is the goal of the module? The goal of the module is to hit every single valid raindrop within one generation. So whenever you press the Start Rainfall button, a new generation starts. And once the generation ends, you're able to click as many raindrops as you like. So the goal is to press all of the raindrops that were valid in the previous generation. A raindrop is valid if, and only if, it flashed the same color twice during a set. What I will be defining as a set is any number of flashes in between two whites. The first set starts as soon as you press the Start Rainfall button, and the last set ends whenever the sequence stops flashing. And for all other sequences, for all other sets, the previous set ends on a white flash, and on that same white flash, the next set starts. So a raindrop is valid if it flashes the same color twice during the same set. So we're going to be looking at all 25 of these raindrops, and we'll be determining if, at any point during the sequence, the generation even, it will flash the same color twice during the same set. These are the 8 different shades of blue that can appear. Almost all of them are fairly distinct from each other. You've got teal, which is kind of green. You've got azure, which is the most blue out of them all. Navy, which is also very blue, but very dark. Prussian, which is approaching black. Cornflower is more purple. Steel is kind of a mechanical color. But baby blue and electric are really hard to distinguish from each other. If we ever get baby blue and electric adjacent to each other in a sequence, I'll show this off. But for what I'll be doing, and what I recommend doing for this module, if you're doing this in a voice bomb setting or any FM setting, is to get an angle on the raindrop to where you can only see the raindrop. If you're so willing, you can zoom in to where you can only see what colors the drop is flashing. And then as soon as I press Start Rainfall, we'll be looking to see if it's valid. If at any point we determine that a raindrop is valid, that raindrop is valid and it cannot become invalid. Also, if a drop will flash red, that makes it significantly harder to determine if the drop is valid. So if that happens, then I'll just end up skipping over that drop for that generation, because the drops can be red in one generation, and then in the next it cannot be one. It cannot be a red one. And then a drop that was not red in one generation can be red in the next. Each generation has anywhere between 3 and 5 red drops, and these red drops will affect the validity of the raindrops. I will discuss this once we get whether or not all of our drops are valid. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I've rambled for long enough. This was flashing red. Oh my goodness, that's very bad RNG to start off with. Okay, so from what I could tell from this one, it did not flash the same color within the set, but these two I didn't look at because they both flash red. Let's go ahead and see if the top left one's not going to flash red this time. Looks good. And that one's not valid. So let's go ahead and mark its position in our notepad with an X to represent it not being valid. In a voice bomb setting, I very highly recommend that you have a scribe and you tell them, hey, this raindrop's valid or this raindrop's not valid whenever you determine the validity of a raindrop. And then at the end, whenever you get done, the scribe can tell you which raindrops to press. Alright, let's look at our second raindrop. Alright, that one was not valid. Let's move on to the third one. Alright, that's also invalid. Moving on to number 4. That one is valid. Okay, so we determined that the fourth one was valid. As you saw, it flashed, I think, cornflower or baby blue twice. On the second sequence, I'm not entirely sure. I'll just go look at it again, and I'll tell you what it was. Okay, there. It flashed cornflower twice in a row. I also, was that even Delta 1? That might have actually been this one. We'll recheck it. Yeah, that was Delta 1. So I'll look at this again and see if there's not going to be anything new. So let's go ahead and start Rainfall again and look at this one from the beginning, because there may have been some flashes at the beginning that were valid. A set at the beginning that was valid. Let's take a look. That one, I'm pretty sure, was an example of Baby Blue and Electric. Those two looked very, very similar. And I will go back over it on the next set. So that was an example of Baby Blue and Electric right in a row. So now that I have established that we have Baby Blue and Electric right in a row, let's go ahead and see what it looks like from a distance. This one. Yeah, they look very similar from a distance. So when it comes to Baby Blue and Electric, watch out for those two. They are extremely similar. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to number 6. That's valid. Let's move on to number 7. Alright, number 6 was valid, but we didn't see the entirety of number 7. So let's go ahead and look at number 7. So when it comes to the set of 3 and the set of 4, the first and third of that set of 3 can flash, and it will be valid. Same with the first and second and the second and third. Or even all 3 of them can flash the same color, and it will be valid. Same deal applies for the fourth set. 1 and 2 could be the same color. 1 and 3 could be the same. 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4, or any other combination. As long as you have 2 of the same color flashing within a set, the raindrop is valid. Number 7 was not valid, so let's move on to number 8. That was a Baby Blue Electric situation. Alright, that one was not valid. Moving on to number 9. Pretty sure that was 2 consecutive baby blue electrics, which is rather mean if you ask me. I'm not quite sure about that one. Let's go ahead and look at it again. Okay, that one set I was confused about was another baby blue electric. Lots of baby blue electrics in this one. Alright, number 10. Not valid. Moving on to 11. I think that one was valid. The first and fourth of the final set were both teal. Let's go ahead and confirm. By the way, the raindrops will flash the same exact colors every single generation. The only thing that changes is which drops flash red. Teal? Teal, yes. So this means that number 11 is a valid drop. Let's move on to number 12. Alright, that one was not valid. The first was electric, and the last was baby blue. Moving on to number 13. Alright, moving on to number 14. Alright, number 15. That's valid. That second last set, Flash 2 is yours. Let's move on to number 16. That one was valid. The first and the third flashed, I think it was Cornflower, but the set after had 2 teal, so that was easy to tell it was valid. Moving on to number 17. That was another baby blue electric incident. Alright, that one's not valid. Moving on to 18. Not valid. Move on to number 19. I believe that one wasn't valid. Move on to 20. That's valid. Alright, number 20 was valid. It did flash 2 baby blues in a row. Let's look at 21. I think that was steel on baby blue. Yeah, I think we had 2 steel and baby blues there, so that was not valid. Moving on to 22. That's valid for sure. Oh, where am I? Alright, we know that 22 was valid. Let's go ahead and see number 23 through. I'm not sure about those first two. We'll look at that one more time. No. I think it's cornflower and steel. Alright, so we got 2 more to go. Because this one's not valid. Would love to type X instead of S, but oh well. Alright, let's look at number 24. That's valid. There were 2 navies that flashed in a row on that one. And then 2 more navies that flashed in a row on that one in the last set. Okay, so we have gone over all 25 of our raindrops, and we have determined the valid ones. Before we start pressing any of the raindrops, we need to go through it one last time, and then note the positions of all of the red drops. There will be 3, 4, or 5 of them, so this is not that difficult. Let's go ahead and start this. One is Charlie 3, Echo 2, Echo 4, and Bravo 5. Did I put Charlie 2? I put Charlie 3. Yes, okay. So we had, I think that was Bravo. We had one in Charlie 3, Echo 2, Echo 4, Bravo 5, and Charlie 2. So let's remove those from our pool of raindrops. We had Echo 2 and Echo 4. So now, to solve the module, we're going to click all of our remaining drops that have O's on them, which means they're valid. So we have this, 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 this. And that is a solved rain hell. There will be times that you think you're done, you pressed all the valid ones, but the module still hasn't solved. This means there is a valid raindrop that you missed. If this happens, just don't get discouraged. Go back through the ones you've already determined ones that are valid, that you don't have to look at again. You've got a smaller set that you can look through. This module is pretty tricky. The shades are very similar, and you might just miss one. That's perfectly fine. Just don't get demotivated if you miss one. It's okay. That is going to be it for the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.